好，开始。
Hey guys, my name is HuangYanjie. In relating to ethic issues and the case Keep It Real, my opinion is organization culture could show great influence to individual employees' ethic behavior, as it could redefine what is wrong or what is right or wrong to the employee, force the employees to operate in the same value and therefore could eventually determine the ethic behavior of employees. Organization culture can be defined as value and behavior that contribute to the unique social and psychological environment of an organization. It appears that during the past decades, the concept of organization culture has drawn more and more attention from researchers and managers in organization. As researchers indicate that organization culture can have its strong influence over the employees' value and behavior, includes their ethical value and ethical behavior. The organization culture could change an individual's value and behavior in very different ways, compared to rules and regulations. The value that are stated in the organization's culture could influence the judgment of the employees about what is right or wrong. An ethical organization culture could promote the ethical practice of the employees and managers, while an unethical organization culture could let the employees unable to properly identify the unethical misconduct. For example, in the case Keep It Real, the inmate is used to be a very good student, son, and employees, as he is well educated and his family could choose the positive influence to his value. As a result, at the first time this inmate saw the misconducts and wrongdoing in his company, he reported to his manager and sought the change. At this stage, it appears that his personal value can help him to determine what is right or wrong. However, as his attempts to make the change keep falling, he started to question himself, and his sensitivity for his misconduct become lower and lower, which therefore leads to his misconduct, which he does not know what that be wrong. Therefore, the organization culture can be important for individual employees' ethical behavior, as it could determine whether the employees could properly identify the ethical risk or not. On the other hand, the organization culture can be important for individual employees' ethical behavior, as it could influence the employees' value. It appears that the organization culture could change the employees' value in very smooth way, so that employees cannot dictate such change and make any resistances. In the case of Keep It Real, it can see the clear change for the value of inmate, which changed him from a person who wants to change the unethical practice in his company to a person that be okay for such misconducts. As a result, it can see that as organization culture can influence the employee's value, it would be important for individual employees' ethical behavior. In conclusion, it was found that organization culture could redefine what is right or wrong to employees, force the employees to operate in the same value, and therefore could eventually determine the ethical behavior of employees. Therefore, it was responsible for individual employees' ethical behavior, such as misconduct that are made by the inmate. In this case, Keep It Real. 有多久？
My group member just made his good speech on the importance of the organization culture to an individual employee's ethic behavior. However, it appears that the individual's value can play much important roles in determining one's ethic behavior. Even in the company that will unethical organization culture, the employee with the good value could resist the negative influence of the unethical organization culture and keep acting in the ethical ways. It appears that the individual's value could help him or her to determine what is right or wrong and whether they should act in a certain ways. Since ethics can be described as the ways to choose the right thing to do, the individual's value would be the most important factor that can determine an individual employee's ethical behaviors. In the case of Keep It Real, it appears that the inmate used to have the good personal value from his past education and family influence, so that he could clearly determine what is right or wrong, especially when it comes from others. Therefore, at this point, it is his personal value to ask him to not practice it with the unethical misconduct, and it is a personal value led him to seek the change from his company. However, when his attempts to change the organization culture and produce in the order to ensure the better ethic practice within his company, he faces the greatest resistance from his peers, and he did not get support from his supervisor. As a result, he keeps blaming it is the poor organization culture forced him to act unethically. However, it appears that this is not true, and he did have the choice to act in the ethical way. If he has the strong ethical value, it appears that when they encounter the unethical practice that are made by others, the ethical standards would require to the report to the supervisors or relevant to authorities. And if such attempts cannot make the change, then to leave such position would be required. However, in this case, it would result the inmate to lose his job. As a result, in order to protect his own economic interest, the inmate in his case did not do so. Therefore, this is his choice to getting used to our ethical culture within his company. In inmate's value of not to say no to others also plays a very important role in resulting his misconduct. It appears that in the business world, an ethical profession should know when they need to say no to misconduct. In many cases, not saying no is not an ethical practice. Instead, it would result such individual employee to act the unethical way as well. In addition, clearly, for the inmate's understanding, the misconducts that not result the personal gain, as what he did, can be tolerable. Such value also be major reason that he did not stop his wrongdoing, even if he knows this is wrong. As a result, although the unethical organization culture could affect people's ethical behavior, however, with the strong ethical culture, the individual employee could successfully resist such negative influence and act in the ethical ways. Therefore, it appears that individuals' value can play much important role in determining one's ethical behavior.